This anonymous devotee says, "My ties with Baba are deep and His grace has been with me since my childhood. When I was a child, my health was not too good and frequently I was at death's door. My mother was never sure if I would survive or not. But my grandmother often told my mother not to worry as she saw a fakir standing behind me. Every time I was sick or I was in trouble, the fakir was there. She was convinced that nothing bad would happen to me as this guardian angel was there to protect and take care of me. I believed what my grandmother said because time and again I came out unscathed from many a crisis because of Baba's grace. During my childhood, my father was very affluent. Later, he incurred severe losses in his business and was unable to recover them. I wasn't a good student and I failed in my final year of school twice. Hence, I had to give up my studies and look for a job. This search took me to various cities. It was during this time I heard about Baba's divinity and I thought I should visit Shirdi, but kept postponing it. By then, Baba had taken Mahasamadhi. I regret to this day having missed that golden opportunity. In my childhood, I got interested in Pranayam yoga. I started reading about it and attended lectures on it. Once I decided to practice pranayam without a guru or someone to guide me through the process. I sat down without knowing the correct asana or posture and started inhaling and exhaling. Then I took a deep breath and could not regulate it. I inhaled and my breath went up and I fell down. At that time, I stopped breathing. Sometime later, my mother came into my room. When she saw my condition, she thought I was dead and started wailing. The neighbors heard the wailing and a large crowd gathered there. Then a Nath Panthi sadhu came that way through the crowd and stood beside me. He took his tongs and hit my head. It started bleeding a little, but I regained consciousness. Then he turned to my mother and said, "Bhai, your son is naughty, take care of him." And then he left. Later, my mother and the neighbors searched for him, but he was not traceable. Who was that sadhu? Later, Baba told me that he had appeared that day and saved my life. Time and again, I got into difficult situations and Baba was always there to save me. Years later, this anonymous devotee began to live in Pune as he found a job there. One day, while he was walking past Dubey Mama's shop, he saw a photograph of Baba and was attracted to it. He made enquiries about it and Dubey told him in great detail the glory of Sai Baba. Dubey also gifted him a photograph of Baba and included him in the group of devotees that met regularly for discourses. At that time, his wife was pregnant with the first baby. As the pregnancy progressed, he decided to send her to her paternal home. As she boarded the train, he saw the divine person in a white kafni standing behind her. He did not recognize that fakir, but he remained standing behind her all the time. Even as the train pulled out of the station, he was there behind her. He felt uneasy and thought something untoward would happen. 4 days later, he received a letter from his father-in-law in which he angrily had written, "How could you send your wife without checking her date of delivery? She gave birth that afternoon in the train." What is unbelievable is that the compartment was empty and there was no one there to help her. This is her first delivery, and who was there to take care of her during her delivery, the afterbirth, and the newborn? But during the birth of the baby, His wife did not have any trouble, nor did she remember anything about it. The reason being that Baba was standing there, and he took care of her. Upon reading the letter, he was overwhelmed by Baba's love and caring and cried copiously in front of Baba's picture. That night, he dreamt of Baba who, laughing heartily, said, "Arey, for people like you I am indebted for many lifetimes, so I had to take care of the girl and her baby." He says, "I leave it to the devotees to imagine what took place in the empty compartment." This Leela was taken from Sai Leela magazine, volume 17, 1 to 3, 1940.